Greetings YouTube, Captain Machine here, back for another zombie watch. I'm trying to go up to the next tier of quality in terms of these videos, so if anybody wants to volunteer to do some intros for me for Zombie Watch and for my gaming reviews, then please get in touch. I only want something from 15 to 30 seconds long, copyright free, and most importantly, I need your information so I can thank you for it in the video, at the end of the video. Or if you want to put your name in the actual introduction sequence as being created by, then that's fine too. Okay, so on with the show.
All we want to do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable. I mean, no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we want to do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here. Maybe we should compromise. If you open up the door, we'll all come inside and eat your brains.
Today we're talking about Pontypool. Now, Pontypool is a film made only recently, and it was made in 2008 to be exact. And it's directed by Bruce McDonald and written by Tony Burgess. Apologies if I'm butchering those names. I'm not very good with names, but there you go. And it's a fantastic thriller horror movie. And it's the main reason movies like this I got into the idea of doing Zombie Watch. Granted, we all have our Collins and we all have our Night of the Living Deads and we all have our Zombielands, but the zombie genre allows for a lot of room, and this is a perfect example of it. I only got it because it was in the zombie section of the service I used to borrow DVDs. I believe in America you have Netflix, in the UK we have Love Films, and it's the same principle basically. You get an envelope through the post, you watch it and send it back. And this was listed under their zombie section, and in my first viewing I must admit I was a little bit disappointed. But I'll go into that in a brief moment. Here's a trailer for the movie, and hopefully it's not going to spoil too much.
This is Radio 660, The Beacon. I'm Grant Mazzy, and as always, I'll be taking no prisoners. And taking a look outside, a big, cold, freaking kill me now weather front that'll last all day. We go to Ken Loney in the Sunshine Chopper. Ken, are you there, Ken?
This building has just exploded. Oh my God! Hundreds of people are getting killed down there.
Soldiers have set up roadblocks.
Everybody has to stay inside at all times. They cut into our signal.
Oh God! They're pulling two people out of a van.
Ken?
And their eyes. He's looking at me.
So the plot revolves around a small group of individuals at a local radio station in Canada who have just acquired their latest DJ to hold their graveyard shift, a Mr. Grant Mazzy, plus 10 cool points for having a hat. And basically the vast majority of this movie could quite easily be done as a radio play. It doesn't require any visual stimulation at all. The beautiful appeal to this movie is you see very little of what's actually going on. What you actually do is you hear people's responses to it. People phone in with reports of civil disturbances in the local area. You have reporters working for the radio station contacting them with their own version of the events, and other little subtle things work into that. In the end, it does boil down to a big zombie-esque siege situation. It doesn't play out in the way you would think it would, and that is the beautiful part about it. Like I said before, I came away watching it the first time round very disappointed, because I thought, in all honesty, that this was not a zombie film. And that was going to be my big spoiler for reviewing this, which was, it's a zombie film, but it's not really. But the more I thought about it, it is. The reason why I came to the conclusion this was not a zombie movie wasn't to do with the lack of brains eating undead abominations. Obviously that's the typical setup for a zombie film, but you play Left 4 Dead and you'll see that people can and have adapted that idea quite well, stayed away from it, and still made a very, very good medium. And this is no exception. Now, I'm not going to spoil it, because the way that these zombies, and I'm going to use that word loosely, not only infect other individuals and turn them and how they act after they've been turned is completely alien, but it does fulfill the basic requirements of the genre. I believe it was Yahtzee who said that if you could get the feel of a zombie film right, the bad guys could be giant pandas and it would still work. Now, granted, he may have been exaggerating for comical effect. In fact, I pretty much guarantee he was. But he has a very good point. You don't have to have Romero-esque zombies to actually make a zombie movie. If you can get the feel of it down right, you've done a good job, and this film does that job fantastically. It did take me a while to actually come around to the idea that it was a zombie film, actually include it on Zombie Watch to talk about. But I do highly recommend it, if not for the sheer curiosity of what the hell is going on. Actually, when I came away thinking, I thought it was very Lovecraftian, and that's the only clue I'm going to give you. Please keep the comments below spoiler free, and review it to your heart's content amongst yourselves. But please don't spoil it for anyone that hasn't watched it. It does come highly recommended. I give this a solid 3 out of 5. It's not a bad film, it's not a spectacular film, but it's a very competent film. And the honest truth, in this day and age, that's a lot to ask for. Thank you for your time, guys, and see you later.